you've hijacked sports, and now you're putting your personal issues in front of everybody, like you're rubbing it in her face. You are the one who said you wanted to be a sportsman. You are the one who said you want to compete. And part of the competing, you don't just compete in isolation, win your trophy and go home. They will interview you.
Yeah.
You knew, before you were born, it's been done. You've won 4 Grand Slams, it was done. But all of a sudden, and I'm trying not to be somewhat insensitive to the fact that you probably are going through something, but my point is, if you're going through something and it disturbs you that much, why don't you quit?
Okay, I know that for her to just easily quit would have been just the best route to take. Just, okay, let me just, I don't want to do it again. But we know that in the midst of everything, you have to be a balance. Like you said, there's the laws and there are things, rules and regulations that every player for every sport knows. As long as you got into that point, you're a professional, you know the things that are supposed to be done. Rightfully say, they're supposed to have your press conferences and do the speech and do the statements. It is good. Do your interviews, because it is a result of the interviews afterward, before and after your plays, that push your ratings, that make people know you more.
Yeah.
We didn't know in Osaka at the time, but after she won, that's when we began to hear that she had like dual citizen, like America wanted her, but Japan is also accepting her, and she had to even now play allegiance with Japan. So these are the things happening, but in this thing, you have to be able to create a balance. If you don't have, you're talking about, some people want to use this as a platform to push an agenda.
Yeah.
That in itself, you always know.
Yeah.
So if they want this thing to be done, they look for voices. If I need to say something, all I need to do is to push, get across. I know that Austin and Bala already, they have the platform. So push the narrative. I sympathize with the cause and push it and let them know that, hey, your view, people are hearing you. Of a truth, if you want, people have done it. You have had physical injuries. You have gone. You stopped, you've gone back to, okay, because of the injury physically, can I just go and let me recuperate and do everything? If you're also going through something emotionally and mentally, you can take a pause and go through it. Let's battle it and let it be an all-round thing. Because why? In the game of sports and everything you're doing, your mental health is important. Your mental state, just the way your physical state is important too as well. If you have any breakdown of any of those things, if there's not going to be a proper balance, there's trouble. So I think Naomi should stop. Don't over-politicize things. Don't take it to this thing. If it's a time, this might be the time for you to just pause. Lightning should not strike twice, and you just keep quiet. They have to find out, why is this striking? Can we just really work on this thing? So it's, for me, pause, go back, treat yourself. People have done it. Go back and go to therapy. Go do the therapy. Get stronger. When we come back, we have maximum respect for you, because you didn't lose the game. You had to do it for the love of the game and for yourself. We, the fans, are going to have much respect for you.
All right, Bala, what's your thought on it? Because I know you always have something interesting to say.
Paul has said a lot, and I'm so grateful we don't have feminists on the show, watching the show. Of course, Pastor has helped us regulate that. The thing is, I'm not trying to bash Naomi Osaka, but what is wrong is wrong. We have a lot of young kids, young girls that are inspired every day. That are inspired every day just by watching Naomi Osaka. Naomi Osaka has refused to talk to us because I'm a fan. And I'm really offended. Like, I really feel bad. I'm a fan. I'm always pushing forward for Osaka. You know, even the fact, look at her whole background, coming from her whole background, interracial, you know, everybody, even from looking at Serena Williams when she beat Serena Williams for the Grand Slam, the way she was treated by Serena Williams. I stood by her. You know, she's come out, Black Lives Matters. I think now we're beginning to know Naomi Osaka. We're beginning to know this kind of person she is. Like you said, there's an agenda to always want to push an athlete or push that you're strong-minded. But it's coming out every day that she's weak. She's weak when it comes mentally. Like, she's weak because today she's coming out, she's crying. If she's winning, she's not crying. But once things are not going well with her, she's crying. So how do you inspire young children? How do you let them know they should be strong for people, that they should be strong for the cause? Now they ask her a question. The last time she was having a press conference, and she said she's mentally down, okay, she can't talk. Okay, a lot of people were like, no, why would you do that? You need to be strong for the sport, because this is what the sport is. If every player is mentally down and they're saying no, they can't talk or they can't have their speech, how's everybody? I was like, okay, fine. Let's give Naomi Osaka a break. Let's go, like you said, go and sit down, have a mentor. But we saw Naomi Osaka at the Olympics, Tokyo 2020. All smiles, all great, all light in the touch. She was the face, and she lost the game. And since she lost the game, no, this is the first time we're seeing Naomi Osaka again, and she's coming back, and she's crying. I think, Naomi Osaka, you need to go back home, talk to your father, go see a therapist, because you're not making us smile.
Question straight to you guys. What on earth is wrong with Pep?
If I'm to look at what Pep is doing, it's really sad, because you can have a Kevin De Bruyne, except he has issues with his health, and he's not doing well. If Kevin De Bruyne is well, we all know that any given day, any time, is, as in arguably one of the best to ever grace that pitch any day in the EPL. We know that.
Yeah.
So you are playing against Tottenham, and you're playing away, and Tottenham are home, and the return of the fans. There's a lot of things at stake. There's a lot of things going into the thing. You don't just carry weak guys and go, no. What was Jack Grealish doing there? What was he doing? What are they? You are seeing things happen. You don't have an outright striker. What happened to Gabriel Jesus? Even if
He brought him in much later in the game.
Much later in the game. You're talking about, at the first half of the game, as in Man City had everything to wrap up that thing, if it was going to be good. Because we saw the things, but because there was no point man. Son, at the other side, Son is always a thorn in the flesh any day, anytime. Even when you have Kane playing, the Son will always be like that one that you do not see coming. But when he comes, you have no other choice but to notice him. Himself, you see him play, and this sweet Brazilian, you just see him just as if nothing else is happening. If you give them...
Lucas Moura for me was man of the match.
Lucas Moura.
Him and
Son.
Son.
See, I'm telling you, those guys are unsung heroes in Tottenham. Unsung heroes,
Son is actually Son.
Of course, Son is, but Lucas Moura, you find out, even to the point where when they went to that final, they got to the final at the European Champions League. Lucas Moura played a key role in them progressing.
In the demolition of
Ajax. He finished, those are the things you see now that these guys are there. For me, I think Pep has really got this thing wrong, because we talked about it, that we hope he will learn his lesson.
Apparently
he didn't learn.
He didn't
learn all through this time, because
Community Shield.
Community Shield was supposed to be like a prep. Even if you are Pep, give a pep talk. I'm talking about it.
I see what you're doing.
Yes, but he's not following these things. So, see, there's no time to sleep. Liverpool is there. See, right now, people are picking up. If you give Man U a chance and opportunity, that way, because I know that you are the noisy neighbor, Man U will go for the key, they'll go for the jugular. They have what it takes. And don't forget, sometimes what we're seeing right now, that the goals matters. End of the day, you're going to be having goals for or goals against when it comes to that point. And that's why the EPL is always very intriguing, to see where people are going to be going, we're going for the wire. Let's go to the last day. But when the goals for and goals against is not even much, trouble will be there.
All right, Vala, my question to you is, looking at, I just pulled up the match stats, and I'm looking at the lineups for the team, and I'm looking at who is on City's bench. Listen, you have Kyle Walker, you have John Stones, you have Gabriel Jesus, you have Zinchenko, you have Laporte, you have Rodri, you have Kevin De Bruyne, you have Bernardo Silva. So who did you start? You put Nathan Ake and Mendy ahead of Laporte and
Zinchenko.
And Zinchenko. You put Kyle Walker on the bench. Kyle Walker is your fastest defender. You put him on the bench.
Okay. Now, what I have to say about Pep Guardiola is, I've been saying it, that Pep, I wouldn't say he's losing it, but I would say Pep is Pep's problem.